Hey everybody, I'm Aaron Simmons. This is Philosophy for Where We Find Ourselves, July 12th, 2020. Now, I have never been one who has been made for a kind of quieting, meditational, sort of silence model of human existence. I think out loud. I write in order to think in front of others. I speak a lot in order to hear feedback from others so I can further push my own thoughts. So I'm somebody who enjoys the sound of voices. Being able to reflect on what matters with others is how I become refreshed in my soul. So during this quarantine, the isolation, this has been really hard on me because the mode in which my soul is refreshed is discursive engagement. That's been hard. My wife and I have talked as much as we can, but philosophy is not something she finds all that compelling. And my son is 10, and we have intentionally tried to spend time thinking together. But at the end of the day, he is much more excited to look at his coin collection or go jump in our little blow-up pool than he is to reflect on the finer points of life and what are the big questions of human existence. So in many ways, I've benefited from being able to think with you via these daily videos because it's allowed me a few minutes every day to be intentional, to set my intention on something that I think matters, which is thinking well and thinking with others. However, I think that in many ways, my own dispositions here miss the importance, the value of what we might call a contemplative model of human existence. This is something that numerous different cultural and religious traditions have advocated as a way of developing one's soul, of cultivating the right sorts of virtues, the right sorts of orientations, so that we're able to not only live in the world on purpose, but to do so with gentleness, with wonder, with reverence, and in many ways also with a spirit of adventure. So how do we find those moments of silence, those moments of intentional, contemplative engagement when it seems like we're also surrounded by the frustrations and petty annoyances of the everyday? Today I was reading a brand new book. It's actually forthcoming by the theologian Wendy Farley. It's an amazing, amazing book called Beguiled by Beauty. And it's all about the way in which contemplation and contemplative life function as a sort of restorative to our soul and our relationships. And she has a passage that spoke to me, and maybe it'll speak to you as well. Here's what she says. Silence and solitude may have to be stolen by lingering in the bath just a few moments longer than absolutely necessary, or even leaving the noisy house to take the trash outside as the sun sinks down, enrobing the sky with color. It might be relishing the still moment before the house awakens, as brief as listening to the dawn chorus while sipping tea or nursing a baby. What is possible varies a good deal from person to person and from one period of life to another. It is important to be realistic about the conditions one creates for inner prayer and silence. However infinitesimal, every second of conscious quiet feeds the soul and plants seeds that will grow in unexpected ways. Isn't that powerful? Notice this speaks, I think, to where we are right now with the absolute exhaustion that we're feeling in this sort of container of our own houses, our own isolation that we've been in the last 4 months. Steal those quiet moments, even if it's taking out the trash, even if it's mowing the lawn, even if it's finding a way simply to wash the car, to do any sort of thing that allows you to be on purpose and be present with yourself in that moment. I hope this is helpful for you. If you're like me, conversation remains the place that we get fire for moving forward. But even if we love conversation, we've got to be good at silence, good at contemplation, good at being intentional where we are. So maybe Farley's words today speak to you like they did to me. I'll see you tomorrow, unless a piano falls on our heads.